Let's start with the lecture. Today, your lecture is of food and beverage service management, and in that, the topic is break-even, analyze, and handling complaints. Like if we talk about the break-even, analyze point and the handling complaints, both are the different. You can say that topics. In break-even analyze, we just sell or you can say give our products which we are you can say that uh, making the production or we just preparing or providing services, no profit and on no loss. Okay, that whatever the you can say that preparing cost we give on that particular product, we just sell that product onto the same price. And handling complaints, we can say that there are so many complaints while doing service or in a hospitality industry. We face so many situations, different type of situations with guests, with our employees, in-house employees, you can say that, or with our senior persons. Okay, so many complaints which will be handled by the person suitable for that, or the most senior person who is responsible to handle that complaints. Okay, uh, now we just move forward to the next slide, on which we just study about break even analyze point. What is break even point? Break even point, basically the break even point is that point at which the organization makes no profit and no loss. At this point, revenue is just sufficient to cover all costs without resulting in either a profit or loss. I already told you break even point or break even analyze are the, you can say that, points, or the you can say the definition of basically is that where we not make any profit or not any loss which we are selling or which services we are providing to the guest. Okay, we also take that this point in the non commercial organizations. Okay, where there is no profit no loss policy is followed, because but in commercial organizations, or you can say that who are running their organization for profitable purpose, they do not go with the break even point. But at some points, sometimes we have to follow the break even point to just promote something, or you can say that to increase our sale, or the exact price what we are getting, or what actual price, or which what actual cost we are having of that particular product. At this point, revenue is just sufficient to cover all costs without result in either a profit or a loss. Like whenever we are going with break even point, what we see, we just cover all the expenses, or you can say that all the cost of that particular product, whether it is the raw material cost, or the you can say that delivering cost, or transferring cost, or transportation cost. Okay, all the costs we just calculated and take that money, or take that costing from the guest to whom we are providing that service or providing that particular product, but without resulting in not in profit, or not even in the loss purpose. Okay, if we
मतलब कटे नहीं पे मन पता ना मेरा मिक्सिंग थोड़ा हां मैं तो नहीं लगनी जाके मैंने लगाया मिक्सिंग थोड़ा हां ओ कुंदा मोटर ये आते हैं गालो के मोटी
Okay, yes. So we are just on the point. At this point, revenue is just sufficient to cover all the cost, whatever the cost to create that product or to providing that services. Okay, whether it is the raw material, you can say that, or whether it is the transportation cost to carry or to transfer that product from one place to another. We just take that all the cost. Okay, no, not taking any profit from for that particular product, or you can say that, and we are not also going in the loss side also. Okay, if we are not taking profit from the guest for the same, we are not going for the loss, or our organization should not be go to the loss side also. Okay, if we take very simple example, you can say that, like if we are serving some kind of alcoholic drink in our restaurant. Okay, if we are going with the policy of break even point. Okay, we buy the alcoholic drink at, you can say that, example, 500 rupees. Okay, and after that we just care take get care of that particular beverage. Okay, on that we spend 500 rupees, sorry, 50 rupees or 60 rupees onto that, okay, and then after when we are serving that particular drink, we again come up with the cost, or you can say that we put more 40 to 50 rupees onto that. So we just take 500 of that price of that bottle with the carrying cost of rupees 50. That will be 550 rupees, and then when we are serving, serving cost of that particular product is 40. So we are taking 590 rupees from the guest. So we are not going in any loss or not on profit purpose also. Okay, so this will be the example. You can take any example for that, or you just whenever you are writing for break even point, you may write any example which is suitable, or you think suitable for this purpose. So next slide. If the volume of production exceeds this level, BEP level, there will be profit, and if the volume of production falls below this level, there will be loss. Okay, the BEP is the indicator of the production level, and so it is considered as an important tool in the hands of management. Like whenever you are going with the break even point, what you do, the volume of production exceeds. Okay, if the volume of production will exceeds, like goes up, then there will be a profit. If the volume of production falls below, okay, then there will be a loss. Okay, why this is happened? If you are selling or if you are you can say that buying something on in the high volume or in the huge volume. Okay, then automatically we can see that we get that particular product at very low price. Okay, for the same we sell that product, whatever the actual price of that, with no profit, with no loss. Then we may make some profit, we 10 or 5, or you can say that 1% or 2%. Okay, but if the production falls down, like whatever the things you are selling or whatever the services you are providing, that will be the production of that particular services, and the products will goes or falls down. Okay, then there will be a loss. If we take the example for this, like a very good example for us, like we are going to the pizzeria, they are serving very reasonable price food to us. Okay, reason behind, because the consumption of food is very much over there, because that particular place is all time full with the guest. Okay, whether sometime we not get the actual taste, or you can say that actual food stuff over there, what will be what we actually get from other outlets. But the why we are going and why the people are going over there, because the price of that particular outlet is very much low. The selling price of the food is very much low. Okay, so that's why people are preferring towards that particular outlet. Okay, uh, so the reason is same why Pizzeria, or you can say that any XYZ outlet or any XYZ restaurant is selling their products at very low price, because the volume, or you can say that the production is very much high. Okay, that's why the labor cost, or you can say that the raw material cost will manage, and they will selling their food at high low price, and also making the profit also. Okay, but if we talk about some other restaurant or XYZ or ABC restaurant, their production is low. There is not the guests are not going so much guests over there, whether they are serving very good food and their services are so good, but the you can say that the footfall of the guest is very low. So then again they sell their food at high price. That again one reason for that. That's why guests are not going over there. The selling food price is very much high. So that particular restaurant is going in loss. Okay, because the production is fallen down, or it's not up to the mark. The BEP is the indicator of production level, and so it is considered as an important tool in the handling of management. Like whenever you are doing the production, or you can say that any you can say running any kind of organization or any kind of restaurant at any place, what you will see when the BEP level, where you can check the what how much production you are doing, and how much production going down. Okay, or downfall is happened. Okay, so that will be the indicator for the production level, and it will very helpful to the management to take the important you can say that important decisions or financial decisions, that how they can manage their production level, or how they increase their production level. Okay, by which they earns, or they generate more revenue, more profit for that particular organization wherever they or you are working. Okay, if there are some loopholes, or you can say that if they they are not handling perfectly their production level, or they can't getting increasing their profit levels, then they again take some decisions, or take some advice from outer sources, or from outer managements. Okay, or consider with some experts also. Okay, so that their production level and the profit level and the revenue levels get increased. Okay, advantages of break even analyze. Like what are the advantages? We already discussed so many advantages, like why we uh, focusing on break even point, but some of the advantages we will read right now. It helps the management to decide on the exact volume of goods to be manufactured. Whenever you are going with the break even point or break even analysis. Okay, what you can see, like you are going with no profit no loss. Okay, so the demand is, you can say that increase day by day, so you just got to know about the exact volume, what amount of you can say that goods, or what amount of production or raw material you require to create or to produce the actual material for that for the organization, or for the employees, or you can say the customers who are buying the products from your organization. Okay, if we take an example for this. Okay, like we talk about the bakery section. Like if we know that our 100 breads, okay, garlic bread or brown bread or wheat bread, okay, are selling for the 1 day, okay, 100 breads we are selling to the customers for 1 day. But when the number 100 numbers we are selling when the price is 25 rupees. But when we decrease the price of that particular bread at 22 or 20 rupees, then our you can say that capacity or the number of selling of that particular breads are get doubled. Like we are selling 100, but when we decrease the price of that bread at 22 or 20 rupees, then it get doubled like 200 breads, okay. So according to that, we just put or we just you can say that make the dough for that particular bread, okay. And according to that, we buy raw material, margarine, or if we are using butter in that, okay. Like if we like selling 100 breads, then our oven size may be get different, or we may increase the shift hour of our employees, okay. Or if we may buy some other equipments, heavy equipments, or you can say that more capacity equipments for that, okay. So that particular point, break even analyze or break even point, gives the exact idea how much volume of goods we have to create, or how much volume of goods we have to manufacture. In next, it helps the management to decide on the make or buy policy. Like make or buy policy, like what we are making, and what things we have to buy from the other organizations to sell, or to just putting the you can say the tag of our organization or tag of our company and then selling that product, okay. Or we can say that make or buy policies, like we are making some xyz thing at this price, and we are selling at this price with 1% profit or 2% profit, okay. So break even points, like we just got to know about the how much raw material cost, or how much cost of the actual product we get in our hand after getting ready, okay. So we just according to that, sorry, we make uh, the strategies to sell that product, and we just make you can say that price tags, or decide the price of that particular product, okay, to sell in the market. And next, it helps the management to decide on the exact selling price of the goods manufactured. Like after making buying or make or buy policy, what we just come onto the you can say that onto the conclusion. What conclusion that is, like what exact selling price we have to decide for that particular goods, or that particular manufactured goods which we uh, come up with, okay. So it is very helpful to the for the management, or you can say that for the organization to decide the exact selling price of that goods, okay. And next, it helps the management to take decisions regarding current as well as new production system technology. This is very much important. We are doing creating exact volume for the customer, or you can say that we get know about in advance, like how much production we have to do, then again making buying, and you can say making policies for the customers, and then we come up with the final point, like how much or how at how much price we have to sell that product. But in that things, we also get focused, or we have to putting full focused onto the new technologies which are introducing in the market, okay. Or how we have to you can say that accelerate our business with that. And you can say that we also upgrade ourselves, okay. Because upgradation is very much important, you all know about that. Okay, if we are not upgrading ourselves, whether it is our organization or our knowledge or it is our technology, then we are you can say that not go fast in the race of the market, okay, or with the other competitors, you can say that. So it helps to decide regarding current as well, what current scenarios are going in the market, we also know about that, okay. And what new production system, like what new production system, what new machines are introducing in the market, or how technology getting changed, okay. That same products, okay, we can how we create in lesser time, okay, like if we are creating some xyz or abc products, okay, that take 1 hour or 2 hours for the 100 pieces, then we try to find some new technology, okay. Or if you can say that that technology already introduced in the market, so we have to purchase that, so that the time get reduced in the production, okay. And also upgrade our knowledge about that product, the current scenarios, uh, local markets, okay. So all these points are very much connected with the break even analyze, or you can say that with the break even point, okay. So these are the advantages for break even point. Any confusion, guys, in this we will discuss, otherwise we will move forward to the next slide. Any confusion till now? Yes, guys, any confusion? I'm
No,
happy
sir.
to.
No,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Just starting with the poll, okay. Try to give the answer, okay. I just give 1 minute to you. Launching your poll. Visible to all? Hurry up, guys. Last 20 seconds. Still so many students are left. Hurry up, hurry up. 10 seconds more. 2 seconds. 1 second. Time over. Hurry up. Okay. What will be the right answer, guys? Break even point is that point at which the organization makes no profit, no loss, or only profit or only loss, or both are the correct. Yes,
Sir, no profit, no loss.
yes, no profit, no loss. Okay, so both A and B is the correct answers. Okay, just sharing your result with you. Check your result. Let's continue with the slide. The contribution. Again, after advantages, there are so many contributions of break-even point. We already know that, like we get to know about the volume, what exact volume we require, the selling price. We decide that, okay, the, you can say that technologies are into what technologies, new technologies are introducing in the market. So all these points we just got from the break even point. And other contributions, contribution is not the profit, it's called total margin in excess of sale over variable cost. Like what, uh, we can't say that only the contribution of any kind of contribution, we just talk about the profit, but not, it's not the profit. It is also called, or it's called total margin in excess of sales over variable cost. Like what will be, what is the variable cost? Yes guys, variable cost, what expenses are come under the variable cost?
It is a flexible cost, not a fixed cost.
Okay,
Can be changed.
okay, okay. So variable cost may be your electricity bill, because the consumption decide how much bill you have to pay. Okay, again the uh, transportation cost. Okay, whatever the amount, the production level you do, the delivery you did in uh, last month, that you can say that again varies, or variable cost all depends upon that. Okay, again the contribution is equal to total sale, what total sale you did minus total variable cost. Like what variable cost, like the expense used in come under the variable cost, we just minus from that. Okay, and then we get the contribution of the or you can say that that we also again call the profit of the break even analyze. Okay, contribution margin in ratio, like how we calculate that, sales minus variable cost divided by sales multiplied by 100, then we get the, you can say that contribution margin ratio. Like what contribution margin, like what margin we get while doing that with the help of break even point. Okay, so what margin we get, or what margin ratio we put, or we can also decide that also in advance, like what margin we can uh, decide for that particular products. How to calculate break even point in units. Okay, fixed cost divided by sales price per unit minus variable cost per unit. Like this is the formula. Like what are the fixed cost, we just first calculate that, then divide the sales per price per unit, like at what per unit we are selling the particular product. Okay, maybe 100 rupees or 90 or 50 rupees, minus with the variable cost. Okay, how much variable cost we are like for that particular price of per unit. Okay, we spent variable cost. Okay, so then you get your, or you can calculate your break even point unit. So in next slide, that elaborated, like fixed costs are ones that typically do not change, or change only slightly. Like what are the fixed costs we are know about, like in the categories, or you can say that expenses come under the fixed cost. I think so, rent, salaries, or you can say that, may you can also put transportation also. Okay, so all that expense that are slightly changed or never been changed. Okay, rents are fixed. Okay, your salaries are fixed. Okay, you can't change that. You may increase that, but you can't change that. You have to pay your rent if there is sale or not, or you are going in profit, or you are going in loss. You have to pay the full rent to the owner. Okay, same with the salaries, whether the customers are coming or your employees are providing services to the guest or not. But if you are hiring 10 employees into your organization, you have to pay the full salary to them. Okay, if we don't talk about the COVID period. Before that, whether there is loss or profit, the employees are paid fully. Okay, but after COVID, some organizations are giving 50 or 80 or 90% salaries. But if we are talking before, excuse me, before the COVID period, then there is no change in any salaries or in any rents. So that are your fixed expense, okay, which you have to pay, okay, by hook or by crook. Next examples of for fixed cost for a business are monthly utility expense and rent. Okay, monthly utility expense, like maybe your transportation, in that your diesel, your petrol, okay, your salaries, okay, your maybe again fixed electricity also. If you have to pay some amount of the electricity if you are using as a commercial on sorry, on commercial basis, okay, so there is a fixed amount for that, you have to pay that. But again, that also come on in the variable cost, because if your consumption goes upward, so your bills, or you have to pay bill electricity bill higher. If there is a decline in your electricity consumption, then again you have to pay the basic price, or whatever the consumption you did, you can pay that also. Okay, so but there is a fixed amount which you have to pay whether you are using or not. That will be the base price you have to pay for the commercial use. Okay, so and next, sales price per unit, like what sales price per unit, this is how much a company is going to charge consumers for just one of the product that the calculation is being done for. Like sales price per unit, like whenever we are going with the break even point, which we already do, like we just got to know about at what price we have to sell that particular product. Okay, so sell price per unit, the company goes to know about the charge, like what we are charging, or from the from the consumer for that particular product, and that we just calculated by by calculating the break even point. Next is a variable cost per unit, like how we calculate, like we are not calculating all the variable cost for that, we just calculate uh, the per unit variable cost. Okay, like maybe that will be your 10 rupees or 5 rupees or 1 rupee maybe. So we just calculate variable cost of per unit. Okay, so variable cost are costs is directly tied to the production of products, like labor hired to make that product or material use. Variable costs often fluctuate and are typically a company's largest expense. Like variable cost is the most, you can say that a huge amount which we are paying to the our labors, or to the in the base of salaries also, or in the base of rents also, because it all directly depends upon the production. Okay, uh, the if production of that particular organization goes up, the variable cost is again goes up. If it goes declined, okay, then again the cost of the variable cost same decline for that. Okay, but it is the huge amount which we are paying. Okay, and it is also a fluctuate. Okay, directly tied up with the production of the products. Okay, with the raw material which we are using for that. Okay, that also we have to pay for that. Okay, if we are, you can say that, buying or our production cost increase from 10% to 30%. For the same, we buy raw material to complete that 30% production from the outsources, or from the contractors who are selling that raw material. So again, we have to pay that. So that's why the production cost, sorry, you can say that is directly tied to the production increase, your variable cost increases. Okay. Next is your total variable cost divided by total unit produced. Like how we calculated the uh, per unit variable cost. Like we just total variable cost, like if we just buy raw material for 10 lakhs and the labor cost we are you can say that giving 5 lakhs, so our total variable cost is 15 lakhs. Okay, dividing by total units produced, like if we produced 1000 units, or you can say that 1500 units. Okay, so we just divided that and we just get the per unit variable cost for that, to calculating the break even analyze or break even point. Okay, any confusion guys in this? Yes, any confusion in this we can discuss right now. Okay, I think so there is no confusion from your side. So I'm just sharing another poll with you. I'm launching the poll. You will get 1 minute for that. Try to give your answer as quick as you can. Hurry up, guys. 20 seconds left. Still, there are so many students. Hurry up. Two seconds more. Hurry up. Okay. What will be the right answer, guys? Break even analyze uh, helps the management to decide on, like what factors or what advantages we get or the management gets after introducing the break even analyze, or after doing work with break even analyze. Still there is no answer from your side. Only 16 students give the answer for this. Yes, what will be the right answer, guys? Exact selling price, make or buy policy. We can make, do the make or prepare the make and buy policy, or exact volume which we have to create for that. We just got to know about that. What will be the right answer? I think so. All of the above is your right answer. So
Yes,
most
sir.
of the students take this answer. I'm just sharing your result. Check your result, and then we will move forward to the slide. Next slide. Okay. So continuing with the slide, guys. Yes. So next topic is the handling complaints, like how we handle complaints in the restaurant, or you can say that with the management purpose, or at outskirts where we are working. Okay, so there are so many things we can handle, or complaints for our employees also, with the guest also. Okay, sometimes we buy something from outskirts, or you can say that from marketing purpose. So we also get complaints from there, or we also do complaints over there. So like there are so many complaints, and there are so many situations which the top management or the senior persons have to handle to run their organization in very smooth and in very efficient way. So first, like how to handle that, like listen, uh, like try to listen someone rather than to give your opinion, or to give, you can say that, your uh, reward. Okay, so first listen somebody, if they have some type of complaint, or you can say that if they have some, you can say that any problem with your, maybe with your service, or maybe with your food, you can say that. Okay, so you have to first listen them. Okay, like if I talk about, or if I just give you an example on this, like there are two-way communication between your employees. Okay, that is very much important. Why it is important, like if you don't listen to your junior employees, or whatever the problem, or whatever the, you can say that, complaints they are having in their mind, or problem in their hearts or in their mind. Okay, or they may facing some kind of problem with their colleagues. Okay, where they are, where you are working. Okay, so you have to first listen them. Okay, rather than taking any kind of decision. Okay, or forcing them to follow these rules. Okay, first you listen that them, then analyze their listening. Okay, then try to discuss according to the situation. Maybe there will be a situation that they have problem with their other employees, or with their colleagues. Okay, or sometimes they just have some other problems, or some personal problems. So you just according to the situation, you just first listen, and then uh, analyze that, or discuss according to this situation, or according to the problem of that particular employee, and then you give advice or suggestion on them. Whether he or she is following that or not, that all depends upon him or her. But you have to listen first. Okay, same with the guest also, because guest is always right. We always say that. So em- uh, employees, maybe we can say that we sometimes we can't listen, or we just give the opinion. But when we talk about our guest, okay, we first have to listen them. And if the guest is wrong, then again we have to say right to them and listen them, and then we just give some opinion, because we can't force them to do that, because he or she is the guest. Okay, next is your stay calm and be polite. Whenever you are talking, or whenever you are handling some kind of complaints, or some kind of problems of your employees, or with the guest also, always stay calm and be polite. Okay, try to solve that complaints or problems in very calm way, or in very polite way. And that particular problem, try to not affect who did that complaint. Okay, maybe some guest may give feedbacks. Okay, or some may write some, you can say that, comments to the seniors for that complaint. So try to be polite, be calm, and solve that problem. Okay, not goes on the side of the big issue. In next, use your body language. Like whenever you are communicating with someone, or you can say that handling some kind of complaints. Okay, try to use your body language, like your, maybe with your face expressions, or maybe some kind of, you can say that, kindness. Okay, maybe with your hands you can do some expressions. Okay, uh, proximus. Okay, these are some of the, you can say, non-verbal communications. Okay, that are very much helpful. Okay, like if we take an example, uh, when you can't listen someone uh, which are very much standing far from you, you just do the signs to them and they just understand you very easily, rather than you are just speaking loud or try to uh, send your voice to them. Okay, you just do the signs or just give your expressions to them, and they just understand what you want to say or what you are guiding them. Okay, so body language, whenever we are communicating or especially when we are handling complaints, okay, very much helpful in all the ways. Okay, next, don't play blame games whenever you are working at some place or whenever you are doing work. Okay, don't try to do blame or put blame to others. Okay, if that particular mistake happened by you or did by you, okay, that you have to accept that, or you just say to your senior person like, this mistake is done by me and I am the fully responsible for that. Don't try to put your you can say that complaints or your mistakes on to others, like that was not done by me, that particular mistake is done by that is his or her fault, not by me. I do all doing all right, but by the simple thing they do not don't did. Okay, uh, that's why this particular situation happened or creates. Okay, so try to uh, accept your mistakes or accept your problems what you are facing with. Don't put your blames or your mistakes onto the other. Don't try to play blame games. Take ownership. Okay, this is very good quality, and like some people like can't do that. Okay, because they don't have the capability or capacity to do that. Okay, like ownership is a quality, or you can say that it's a kind of a leadership. Like whenever you are doing something, like sometimes you say that's a I do this. Okay, so that is the ownership quality or leadership quality. You just say I do that from the 60 or from 40 students. Okay, so you are just taking the charge to complete that task, whether your seniors are with you, but you are going to maybe lead that team, or you may do that task by your own. Okay, so that is the ownership quality, or you can say that the leadership quality. Do everything you can to fulfill their expectations. Okay, whatever your expectations and whatever the expectations of your employer. Okay, where you are working. Okay, or the organization where you are working, try to fulfill that. Okay, because it is helpful for you also and for them also, because reason behind, if you are doing all the things right, your customer, you can say that your customer goes happy, and again if the customer goes happy and your revenue increase day by day in that particular organization, then again you may get appreciation for that, or you get some increment in your salary for that. So that also helpful for the both sides. Okay, as next point, as them what they would like to do, sorry, ask them what they would like you to do. Like try to ask them. Okay, not like wait for them that they tell you and you do that thing, then okay, try to ask them, sir, what can I do, or what I do, which will also helpful for me to increase my skills, and also it beneficiary for the organization also. Sometimes what we see that some employees don't do anything, like they just sit onto their chairs, and whenever they just get the orders from the seniors, and then they start doing work. Okay, but they never go and ask from their senior employees, is there any task is incompleted, or is there any task which I have to I have no knowledge about that, but if you just put me in that particular task, I just learn something new from that. Okay, so that are the points, or you can say that are the things which we can do to learn or to increase our knowledge, to learn something new from the from the seniors or from that particular organization where you are working. Train your staff, like if you are at senior position, okay, or if you are at whatever the position is you are opting in that particular organization, if some employees are your juniors, so try to train yourself if you are very much good in that particular job or in that particular task. Okay, or especially while handling complaints, if you are very much good or you handle that complaints of the guest in very good manner, try to train your staff. Okay, whenever you are going to handle, you just take one employee, the junior employee with you, what you are doing over there, they just see, they just may observe that, and sometime if you are not over there, they may go, or if there is the same situation, you just send them to just handle that. If there maybe get hodgepodge, or if he or she can't handle, you again over there you can go and handle that situation also. So these are the points when we are going to handle the complaints, especially with the guests. Okay, with the employees we may sometime not follow some rules. Okay, but whenever we are going to do with the guest, okay, because guest is our first priority, so we just do all the things goes well whenever we are going in the front of the guest. Okay, so guys, time to poll. I'm just sharing the poll with you, launching another poll. Hurry up guys, last hot sorry, 20 seconds. Hurry up. 10 seconds more. Hurry up. Okay, what will be the right answer? Expense come under the fixed cost. Like what expense are come under the fixed cost? Uh, Answer A is your right. Rents and salaries are your fixed cost that not, you can say that, fluctuate. Sometimes it may slightly fluctuate, but all the time you have to pay. The rent is fixed, the salaries what you are paying to the guest. If you do or deduction the employees from your organization, that may fluctuate that, but if they are same employees and the production is not so good, then again you have to pay the salaries to your employees for that month. Okay, Just sharing your result. Check your result. Okay, guys, any doubt, any problem in this topic, you can discuss with me. Okay, there is no doubt, I think so. Yes. Yes, any doubt, Karanjot, Gagan, Fateh, Eknoor, Binod, in break even analyze. We will,
No doubt, sir.
no doubts.
No doubt, sir.
Okay, there is no doubt from your side. Okay, no issues. Okay, guys, then thank you so much. Yeah, which I just want to discuss, like there are some, yes, there are some confusion in while you are selecting your specialization subjects. Like some students have confusion in that, like what exam is going to held or what not. The specialization you opt, that exam you will going to give. Okay, rest of the your other department exams, or you can say other department subjects, all exams going to be held. Okay, so happy to just call me, I will happy to solve your query. Okay, because okay guys.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, actually, I was having problem regarding one subject. The way of teaching, it's
Okay,
not understandable.
in financial management.
Yes, sir. She speaks very fast
Okay.
and don't mind, but sometimes her English is not even understandable.
Pronunciation
So,
is not clear, sir.
Okay, no issues. Guys,